Try this again. Hi, it's Chris with Implied Music, and I'm here with my friend Zach, my old friend Zach, although he doesn't look very old, I know. And we're going to talk a little bit today about what it's like to be a young guitarist, a young musician. Zach's in college right now, and where things are going with him. We can't take questions because this isn't live. We'll be right back. So, Zach, how do we know each other?
I'm a former and, in spirit, continuing student of yours.
From like how long
From
ago?
like a decade ago.
You were a terrible piano student.
Very bad, yeah. Very, very bad.
How did you start taking piano lessons?
My parents made me. Yep.
Say more about that.
I don't know.
Why did they think that, you should take piano lessons?
It's good to know an instrument. I don't think it's more deep than that.
I see. But the big change happened for you. You actually took for, I don't know, 2 or 3 years and then laid off. Mm-hmm. And then what happened did God give you a guitar? How did it happen?
I really have no idea, honestly. I really don't know. I think maybe I saw someone playing, I was like, I could do that.
Wow.
And so I said, who do I know that can maybe teach me? So then I was like, hey, Chris.
Yeah, I feel lucky that you came back to me. And the truth was, within probably a couple of years of your picking up the instrument, you'd like locked into it really well, and way past like my technical ability on the instrument. So we got to the point where we started talking about almost like more music theory stuff. But you went and you studied other places too. During the high school years, you were in Berkeley.
Yeah, for a few summers.
So talk about the Berkeley summer program, because I know people are interested in that.
It's definitely great for figuring out if, like, intense musical study is for you. Probably one of the better places to figure that out, because you're surrounded by other people who are also either figuring it out or absolutely sure it's what they want to do and will just destroy you and make you feel like you don't know what you're doing.
You thought it was competitive.
Yeah, the summer's less so, but I also heard the college is just an elevated version of that from other people.
Oh, it's a conservatory environment.
Yeah,
and we should say where you are now.
Yeah, I'm at Occidental College.
And
it's like a liberal arts
It's a liberal arts school. And there's a music program there.
Yes, there is a music program there. It's not conservatory really at all. They have conservatorial type classes. I'm not sure if that's a word, but they have like piano and orchestra stuff and jazz band, but it's not like as intense as Berkeley, definitely not. There's also a bunch of different focuses, but yeah.
And you've been there for like a full semester. Mm-hmm. That's it. You're a freshman there right now. How are you finding it?
It's been good.
Cool.
It's been great, yeah. I've had a lot of fun.
It's in LA. We should say that because a lot of people won't know that.
That was one of the big reasons that
the LA music scene attracted you.
Definitely.
Of course, that makes sense. And you've got a teacher down there as well. You should say a little bit about Zane.
Yeah. Sort of a mentorish teacher in my life.
Who's that?
His name's Zane Carney. Mm-hmm. He's a good guy, great musician, and sort of introduced me to a lot of the LA music scene that I know, which is nice, and I'm very grateful.
Yeah, I'm really glad that you connected with him as well. That's an enormous part of being a young musician, is having older players go like, okay, come on, listen, why don't we play something?
Okay.
What do you want to play?
You can do blues. You could do whatever.
Okay, let's do blues. interested in playing blues?
I don't know. I think, honestly, at first I thought it was sort of a simple thing, and then once I delved down the rabbit hole, I found out how complicated it was, and it was too late to turn back. So I was like, okay,
So who are your early inspirations, as they say?
Well, early rock stuff like Led Zeppelin and the Rolling Stones, and then
right.
turn that into, where did the songs come from?
Right.
And
Yeah.
then you get to the older American blues stuff.
Sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like right now, who are you tapping? I guess would be a good question.
Right now,
Yeah.
I'm in a whole different place than I was.
Oh yes.
But
right.
Always Stevie Ray Vaughan, B.B.
Always-
King,
Yeah. Yeah.
Otis Rush, people
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Albert Collins.
Yeah.
You got the
Yeah.
great
Well, that's the
ones.
gold standard.
The gold
really.
standard ones. Yeah, you can't go wrong with them. I mean, there's sort of like more fusion-y people like Joe Bonamassa and people like that.
Right.
I mean, now more than ever, I listen to a lot of singer-songwriter stuff. The bridge between that, it was at my first Berklee program, honestly, where they introduced me to John Mayer,
Yes.
and he's the bridge between nowadays between blues and singer-songwriter pop.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you listen to some of that, and then it says recommending new songs. What's this? Oh, this is the same guy. Kind of crazy.
You got algorithms.
Yeah, exactly. The algorithm pushed me, and then that opened like there's a whole new world of
For sure.
stuff that incorporates some of the elements of what I had already been doing. So
Fascinating.
I thought, why not give it a shot? And so ever since then, I just every now and then I have an idea, I'll write it down, I'll record it on my iPhone or whatever. It's just good to have them.
Fascinating. That's so cool. Well, want to play something else?
Sure. What do
All
you,
right.
you have in mind?
Well, follow me in A. How's that sound?
Okay.
Like an A minor.
I'll do my best.
Yes. I went to a liberal arts school first, kind of as well. And, I thought to myself, I have no idea what I'm going to do for music. So I'm just wondering what you're thinking, how you're projecting the next maybe, while you're in school, and then maybe if you have a sense of what will happen afterwards. You have the advantage of being in LA, which is a very powerful tool for a musician.
Very
just
purposeful.
location,
Yeah, that was
So
on purpose.
what's the plan?
There kind of is, but isn't a plan all at the same time. I have things that I want to get done, things that I want to do. I want to have a band to play shows.
Yeah. Original songs.
Probably, original songs. Probably wouldn't be the style that I grew up playing. Probably wouldn't be blues stuff. It would probably be like indie rock or something like that. Something that's fun.
Right.
Something that, different levels of skill can have fun playing. When you see someone succeeding in the music area, I usually think they have some special gift or whatever it is. They could be really good, but honestly, it's just that a lot of people don't even make an effort to put themselves out there and expect, things to come to them.
Well, I mean, I've told you this story before, but my most sort of successful student, Gerald, has this sort of rap profile as G-Eazy, and he's a talented guy for sure. But I gotta say, what he's also great at is connecting.
Yeah, that's very important.
He's just a very social cat. And I'm like a sideman by comparison, I just want to be over here playing the keyboards and, supporting whoever.
Yeah.
This, and also of course I'm a teacher too. I see you as an awesome sideman, maybe even a frontman, because you don't think it, but you can sing.
I have my moments.
You have your moments, you do. Let's do one more thing. Let's do we'll do a little something. We're going to wrap up in a second. But
Okay.
Let's do something a little slower, maybe. Any last words for everybody? Anything that everybody needs to know?
Learn to play an instrument if you don't already.
That's something I say a lot. You've heard me say this a dozen times if you've seen a dozen of my videos. It all comes from the hands-on experience of playing the instrument. That's what you and I both believe that, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And it's mighty fun to have a laptop and all that kind of stuff. We can get a heck of a lot done. We wouldn't be able to talk to you right now if it wasn't for the fact that there's way too much gear in this room that we're sitting in. But when you get right down to it, it's about, you said something like you said something about like
It's time in, time
it's
out.
time in.
That's all. No out. Just time in.
Just time in.
Yeah, just time in.
It's time in. So it's time in. Listen, I hope this has been useful. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment for us. We want to know what you're thinking. And we'll see you next time.